All right, question number 1. A 6th grade class collected data on the number of siblings all the students in the class had. Here is the data collected. Create a dot plot with the data collected. First thing, I need a title. Title for my dot plot. So it can be easy as number of siblings. You will not be able to get a 100 on the test if you do not have a title. Next thing, you need a line. And underneath the line, you need some numbers. You do not only put the numbers that are there, you need to put all the numbers in between. So you look for the lowest number and the highest number and put all numbers in between. So the lowest number there is what? 0. 0, and the highest number is? 5. Doesn't matter if you evenly space them. I wouldn't spend too much time, just as long as you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't skip them because there's no data for that point. So if there wasn't any 2s up there, you can't skip it. It has to go on your line anyway. It will just show no dots. Then from there, you want to go and make your dots above each data point. I need a dot above 1. I need a dot above 5, above 2, above 4, above 2, above 0, above 2, above 1, above 4, above 0, above 2, and above 3. That's your dot plot. I will be counting your dots above each number to make sure that you did it correctly. Please make sure you take the time and ensure that you do it correctly. It's easy points. From there, what is the most common number of siblings? It is 2. It is not 4. You don't tell me where you find the most dots, you don't tell me how many dots are there. You tell me the most common number of siblings. And since these numbers are the siblings, your answer is 2. You would answer with the number 4, or with the answer 4, if someone said, how many people have 2 siblings? Because the dots are the people's answers. Question 2 is a frequency table. The frequency table shows the time in minutes it takes 10 students. That means these should add up to 10. So when you see that line, that means there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Double check. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Relative frequency is dividing. You should put these little helpers there to remind you. You should be studying this tonight. You need the total, which was 10. The 10 will be outside, or whatever your total is outside. And then the other numbers go inside, and you do the math. So I'm going to show my work down here. This problem did not say to round because there was no need to round. On your test, you will be instructed to round, and I will go over again how you will round with those types of questions. So we have 5 divided by 10. 10 does not go into 5. Decimal 0. 10 into 50, 5 times. Bring the decimal straight up. Very important. The relative frequency is 5/10. Doing the same thing for the 3, and you will be required to show your work. 10 into 30 is 3. Decimal straight up, 3/10. And 2 divided by 10 goes in there twice, and it is 2/10. Now I want you to put a little star here. No one has this on their paper, so make sure you add it now. On your test, you will be instructed to round to the thousandths. That's 4 places past the decimal, stop and round. The next part of this said to complete the histogram for the times it takes the students to get to school using the relative frequency. So you have to know what you're looking at. I'm not looking at the frequency and graphing the frequency. I'm graphing the relative frequency, which is the last column of that table. So the first one between 10 and 20. You should not be starting your histogram way over here in the corner. That's 0. The first one was between 10 and 20, and it went up to 5/10. The next one was at 3/10 between 20 and 30. And the last one is at 2/10 between 30 and 40. You do not even need to shade in your histogram. If you do, that's fine. It will not count against you. To determine the shape, you should trace your shape. Okay? And we're going to put a couple of examples here to remind you, so you study all of them. Because just because this one is one of them doesn't mean the one on your test is going to match the exact same shape. So what's this one called? Symmetrical or normal or a mountain. So this one had 3 different names. Go ahead and put those on your paper. What was this picture that we did? Right skewed. I do not take off for spelling as long as I can somewhat tell what you're doing. So that's right skewed, and if it's left skewed, I want to draw a different picture here to show that. That is where you have very little data on the left and you get more data on the right, so this would be left skewed. Okay, determine the mean. It's 2 things you do for mean, not 4. You add and divide. That's it. Some of you have MAD on your paper. I will not give you credit if you find MAD instead of mean. That tells me you didn't read the question. And math is not only about mathematics and number crunching, it's also about reading. 12 plus 18 is 30. Plus 5 is 35. Plus 8 is 43. Plus 10 is 53. Plus 2 is 55. Plus 9, 64. Plus 17, I have to move that over here. 81 plus 0, 81. Please stop adding all of your numbers all at one time. Okay, so 81 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have to include that 0. The mean is 9. Question 4. Suppose that 6 students have the following pairs of shoes. Here are the sizes. The pairs. Don't overanalyze the word pairs. Doesn't mean you have to double everything. Use the numbers that are there, but this time I'm finding MAD. So this is add, divide, subtract, add, divide. Those are all the steps required to find MAD. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 5, 13. 13 plus 4, 17. 17 plus 7, 24. 24 plus 6, 30. 30 divided by 6 is 5. That is the mean. I'm not done. I have done these two steps right here. Now the 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. 7 minus 5 is 2. And 6 minus 5 is 1. I'm done subtracting. I add these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 divided by the same number that's here. 6 is 1. So the mad answer is 1. Put a little star here. If I'm asked to round to the tenths, I go how many places past the decimal? 2 places past the decimal, stop, and round. Okay, this last statement you have to memorize. It's not how you find mad. That's not what it's asking. It says explain in words what the mad means for this data set. This is the statement you need to memorize. On average, the data is 1 away from the mean. So on average, the data is 1 away from the mean. You do not memorize this number 1 being in here. You will insert what your mad answer is into there. So if my mad answer was 10, I would change this right here to a 10.